Hey guys, what's going on? Got some more NBA player props for y'all on PrizePicks today, March 22nd. So we're just going to do a quick recap of yesterday's plays. And we went right here, gave out three. We went with Shea over his 30.5 points. He ended with 31. He actually ended up being a taco. But still, if you got him at that 30.5, we barely got that one at 31. So we did good there. Wendell Carter Jr., who went over his 9 rebounds. He hit that, or he pushed that. He finished with 9. That one was a little bit of a sweat. I think he barely got that 9th one with like a minute or two to go in the game. But we got a push there. And then Herb Jones, we went over his 9.5 points against San Antonio, and he let us down. He only finished with 4. Kind of was hoping, every single starter on the court would be able to have their way with San Antonio, which they did, except for him, of course. So he finished with 4, got plenty of minutes, had plenty of minutes to do it. I think he played 25 minutes, only put up 4, just didn't get there with him. On a side note, man, whoever took the Mikal Bridges taco, like myself, wow, what a letdown there. I was sure that he was going. I think he had, by the end of the third quarter, he had like 14 or 16 points, I want to say. And it was a close game. It's not like he was going to get pulled. And then the whole fourth quarter, he put up like 2 points, maybe 4. Needed 21, ended with 18. I mean, wow. Really big letdown there. Anyways, on to the next. Today, I've got 2 picks that I really like. And then I've got 2 more picks that I'm kind of on the fence about. I'm just going to go ahead and put them all out there. That way you guys can kind of do your own analysis and pick and choose which ones you like, if you like any at all. So the first one we're going to go with is going to be on the rebounds category. And it's going to be Damian Lillard. We're going to go over his 5 rebounds right here. And a couple reasons for this. DK has this at 4.5 rebounds. They do have juice on the over, minus 145. I still like it at 5. It may, just fair warning, it may end up being the same thing with Wendell Carter Jr. Whenever I gave that play yesterday at 9 rebounds, I did mention there's a good chance he's going to push. Same thing here. Good chance he's going to push this. But, I could see him going over it as well. So we take a quick look at this. His last 5 games, he hits 4 times, right? So he clears 3 with a push. And then we go take a look at his last 10 games, or we can just take a look at his last 15. His last 10 games, he hits this 7 of 10. His last 15 games, he hits this 11 times. So, those are pretty good odds right there. 11 out of his last 15, he's getting one of those was a push. So, 10 of his last 15, he clears. 1 of those he pushes. 4 of those, he falls just short. So we like that as well. We're going to go take a look at the matchup really quick. He is playing against Utah. If I can scroll down here and find it. 234.5 over under. So we know there's going to be some scoring there. They got Utah by 6. And keep in mind that Utah is the team that he dropped his 60 against back in January. And let's see how many he dropped. Yeah, back in January, he put up 7 rebounds against them there. So all looks good. We'll go take a look at how the Jazz stack up against this point guard and rebounding the last 7 games. This is another reason why I like this play a lot, because they give up the 7th most. They sit 6th. The 6th most rebounds to the point guard position. So that's another reason I like that matchup. So that's going to be our first one right there. Damian Lillard over his 5 rebounds. Next, we're going to hop over to the assist category. Someone that's absolutely been lighting it up lately. We'll go Zach LaVine over his 4 assists. And a couple reasons for this. DK has this at 3.5 assists, but they do have juice on the over at minus 150. So pretty good juice there. We get it at 4. I'm taking it at 4. Hits at 5 of his last 5. We hop over, take a look at his last 10 games. He hits this out of his last 10, 8 straight. So, 3 of those are pushes, sure, but his last 5 games, like I said, he goes over. The 3 before that, he pushes, which I'm fine with. Like I said, he's just been on a tear with dishing the ball around and working the floor with it. Been doing really, really well. He goes up against the Philadelphia 76ers tonight. Get down here and take a quick look at that. 222 over-under, Philly by 3. They did just play 2 days ago against each other. So that, we like that because we get a pretty good idea of how it should play out. He put up 7 assists against them in that game. And yes, I'm aware it went into double OT, but he got that 7 assists within the 4 quarters of regulation. So without any overtime, he still put up 7 assists against these guys just 2 days ago. They played again in January. He put up 6. Played again in October. Put up 3. Like I said, but I'm really focused on what he's been doing lately because I don't know what's got into him, but he is just working it around and finding the open man. So that's another one I like right there. We're gonna go Zach LaVine over 4 assists. Keep it moving to the next one. Now those are the 2 that I really, really like, and these next 2, like I said, I'm kind of on the fence with. I'll show you why I like them, but then why I'm kind of getting, a little iffy about them. We're going to stay in the assist category, and it's going to be Fred VanVleet over his 8 assists. So we take a look. DK has this at 7.5 assists, juiced on the over at minus 140. We get it at 8. And we take a look at his last 5. He hits this 2 of his last 5. Not to worry there. That's not why I'm steering away from it at all. Not too worried about that. We take a look at his last. We'll take a look at his last 12 games. And he's going to hit this 9 times. So 9 of his last 12. That looks really good. We see he goes under it, just this handful. But besides that, he likes to hang out around that 8, 9. So again, be aware that, good chance we may push. But I do see a lot of higher numbers here that I really, really like seeing. Go take a look at the matchup really quick. And he is playing against Indiana. Take a look at these last 7 games. What Indiana is coughing up. Assist to the point guard. And here they sit at the third most. So third most assists they're giving up to the point guard. That's another reason I see Fred VanVleet going over this. The only reason that I'm iffy about this, right? So for all that reasons, I like it. He goes over at 9 to 12 times. We've got good juice on the over 7.5, so good chance for a push here, which I don't really mind. Last 7 games, the Pacers are coughing up a ton of assists to the point guard. So for all those reasons, I love it. Only thing that scares me is that they played January 1st they played January 2nd, and look at the game log for him. Got his minutes, 36 minutes here, but man, he only puts up 9 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. Was 3 for 15 shooting. Man, how uncharacteristic. But, it's not January 2nd, 2023 today. So that's kind of why I'm on the edge right here. I'm hoping it's a different Fred. He's come a ways since then. Totally different game. I like the way that it looks. I might throw it in a flex. I don't know if I would drop it in a power play. I'm just not sure yet. I'm sure I'll think on it all day and then make my decision later. But that's going to be the third one, anywho. Is going to be Fred VanVleet over his 8 assists. And then another one that I like, a little iffy about, but I like. is going to be over in the first half category. So if you guys are on PrizePicks, you can't find the first half category up here where they have all the different sports categories that they have. You just find NBA, so that's our full game. Scroll over here, NBA 1H, that's our first half. And it's going to be Jalen Brunson, his first half PRA right here. So they got it set at 16.5, which is a really, really good number. I'll show y'all why. Take a look at his last 5 games. He goes over this 5 times. Love seeing all that green. That's not the only reason we like it here. We do a little bit more digging. He hits this 9 of his last 10 games, and we grab a bigger spread here of 15 games, and he's going to hit this 13 of 15 times. I did take a look at his points as well, which are set at 11.5, but there's a lot more, because, obviously 12 is the number to get on the points. There's a lot more 12s in there than there is 17s on here. We only see him, we see him sweat this 2 times for the over, once for the under here. So this one just looks a lot more, like he's going to get it. It's going to be less of a sweat than the points, I'll say. So he hits this 13 of his last 15 games. He did play Miami on March 3rd, so right here, and he puts up 20 PRA in the first half against them, 12, 1, and 7. Now, the reason I'm iffy on this one, right, because all that looks good, the reason I'm iffy on this one is because of his minutes that he put up against Miami right here at 16. That is on the low end of his minutes. We take a look at these last 15 games, and I only see him put up 16 first half minutes 3 times. So, at least we have the receipts that if he does see 16 minutes, that there's a chance that he can go over. So, we do know that, but at the same time, I would love for him to see more of these. I see a ton of 19s in here, some 17s, a couple 18s, ton of 19s, even a couple 20s. If we could just get him 2-3 more minutes of that first half, I'd be a lot more comfortable with this. Especially in the first half, there's so much you can do. We look 20 PRA in 16 minutes. That's a little over 1 PRA per minute for him. So that just goes to show, it can turn from a sweat to a cash in the matter of 1 minute or less even. So love this right here. The minutes is the only thing I'm worried about. I'm not too concerned. Like I said, we do have the receipts here that if he does put up 16, there's a good chance that we can see at least over 16.5. He puts up 20, 17 is all we need. So that's the only reason I'm iffy on that one. But besides that, here's the 4 plays I'm giving y'all. It's been a couple of days since we've had a clean sweep, and I'm giving up more plays than usual for here. So, it's more plays, it's harder it is to get a sweep, but I'm confident in them. Like I said, I like all 4 of them enough to post them on here for you guys. So Damian Lillard over his 5 rebounds, Zach LaVine over his 4 assists, Fred VanVleet over his 8 assists, and then Jalen Brunson first half over his 16.5 PRA. Let me know what you guys think about these picks, and good luck tonight, everybody. Let's cash. Don't forget to drop a like and press that subscribe button. Later, guys.